Yes, we want to thank you so much for joining us on this wonderful show. Of course, this is the most prominent online platform show that we have in Abia State and probably in the east of the Niger. And my name remains Emmanuel Egwu, and this is Focal Point, where we discuss with political key stakeholders and other leaders of the society on issues that are trending and issues that will affect our development and otherwise. Today in the studio we have a prominent Abian, a politician, a businessman, a philanthropist, of course a Christian, who will be talking to us as regards issues relating to Umuahia, South State Constituency, which he is keenly contesting for. I have with me the person of Chief Emmanuel Egwu, popularly known as Esere or Ebekuo. You're welcome.
It's a pleasure, Emma.
Welcome.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Thank you very much for honoring us and coming to our studio today.
The pleasure is mine.
Okay, today we'll be discussing on so many issues, and of course, the development and the political relevance of Umuahia South State Constituency will be on the topic today. I'll be looking at various issues and regards that. So, but before we go on, I don't know if I got all the introductions.
You did, but not quite.
If there is more you want to
elusive. It's better I do the introduction myself so that people can know me. My name is Chief Emmanuel Egwu. I'm from Kenobizi, Dikuku Kenobizi, Mopara, Egwu, Umuahia South State Constituency. I'm an Abian. I'm a Christian. I'm a father. I'm a businessman. I'm a realtor. I'm a real estate operator. I have my office at 29 Macaulay Street by Ezekiel. I'm into lending of funds also. Maybe you call it loaning. I'm into that.
So you're welcome, Chief. Thank you as a businessman. You know, it's not business and politics is their ways are very different apart.
That's correct.
But putting that aside, you are actually contesting for, you are the flag bearer, the candidate of APGA.
By the grace of God.
By the grace of God for Umuahia South State Constituency election that is coming very soon in February 2023. And the elections are already by the corner and everybody is juggling. So let me start by asking you, why are you contesting?
Well, I am contesting because, by the way, you should know this is not the first time I'm contesting in an election.
True.
Had in 2018-2019 contested during the PDP primaries.
Yes.
The incumbent House member today, I ran against him, or I ran with him rather. We were 14 of us in number then. Then he came first. According to them, I came second. And again in 2020-2021, I did also aspire to be the executive chairman of Umuahia South local government. But Providence never allowed me be. But this time around, I'm in the race because I have searched myself, have made my due diligence and consultations with my God. Because first and foremost, each thing I do in my life is I always consult with my Creator, seek for divine guidance before I embark on anything I do in life. So I actually prayed to God and asked Him to give me the leeway, if it is His wish, that I should embark on this journey. I did, and heaven said, has approved of it. That's why I'm in the race.
Okay, Mr. Egwu just told us that after consulting with his conscience and with God, you had a go-ahead to run for this position. So let's look into some other issues. All this while you've been contesting, or you've tried before for the House of Assembly ticket, and just like you said, they said you came second, and then you tried to get the APGA, the chairmanship slot also,
yes.
And you said Providence did not permit you to get there. But this time around, you are not on the platform of the PDP. It seems as though you just moved to another platform.
That's correct. You got it right.
And you've been a PDP faithful all this while. What is the problem?
Let me start by giving you my political history.
Okay.
I take you back to memory lane. You were at my place sometime in 2016.
Yes.
You were there when I did the declaration for APC.
Yes.
If you can remember vividly. I was a PDP member before I joined APC.
Yes.
Something prompted that move. Something prompted my returning back to PDP. In fact, not something prompted. The executive governor now, in the person of His Excellency Dr. Kezivik Tibazu, sent well-meaning Abians late Sir Allen Nwachukwu of the blessed memory, the likes of what's his name from Umuahia South, Charlie Wo, Chief Deacon Charles Ekwueme, the former deputy governor, Right Honorable Achonwakama, a whole lot of them. The delegation came to me and pleaded with me that they need me back to the PDP because they know the value I bring on board. I heeded to their request and their plea in the presence of my own elder brother, who is the permanent secretary of Ministry of Trade and Investment today, in the person of Sir MC Egwu. He was a witness to that event. They pleaded with me. In their presence, I tore my APC membership card because they made a whole lot of promises that they were going to bring change into the system, because these were the reasons why I left the PDP for the APC. Things were not going fine. If you can remember, there was a time I resigned my appointment as an Esere. I went online. They came after me. People came after me and they said, why do I have to go that extent? I told them, that is me for you, because I am independent minded. I say it the way it is, without mincing words, without minding whose horse is God. So I think these are one of the qualities, God-given qualities I have, or talent I have. And a lot of people, in this business called politics, they don't like it when you're on your own, when you're an independent minded person, when you're self-made, quote and unquote, when you don't have a godfather. They prefer that they are the ones that made you, so that they can remote control you at will. So I'm not such. So that's why at a particular time I discovered I'm not sure my political future or political survival will be there if I should remain in PDP. Things went hellwire and I decided to take a leave, and now I found refuge, political refuge, in All Progressive Grand Alliance, APGA. And I want to say thank you to the leadership of APGA in the state for finding me worthy, for seeing something in me that made them accept me. And by the grace of God, I got the ticket to fly their flag as the flag bearer of APGA, the forthcoming House of Assembly elections in 2023, by the grace of God.
Are we going to say that you saw it that you cannot wrestle the ticket from the incumbent house member? That's why you decided to move?
No, hold it there. There is nothing that you see. You know too well my political history.
Yes.
With all modesty, with every sense of humility in me, I give it to the man that is there now. My brother, my friend, my neighbor. I will try as much as possible to choose my words carefully, without throwing jabs or banter. I want to tell you, he is doing well. The young man there that is representing my constituency is doing well, but I think I am going to do much more better than he is doing. He has his own style, I have my own style. I never saw anything. I left PDP because I am telling you now that they don't like young men that are independent minded, self-made men like us. I can't come here to begin to blow my trumpet. Have a track record. I'm a self-made man. Nobody is my political godfather. I decided to leave because I have seen that the center can no longer hold in the party called PDP. You are an Abian, you live here, and you can testify to the fact that what is happening in the family of PDP, you should know better than I do. What is happening there is not something that the eyes can behold anymore.
Okay. You have a point. Let's keep discussing. Of course, Abians, we are still on the interaction with Chief Emmanuel Egwu, popularly known as Ebekuo, or we call him also Esere, the man with a very wide G-Wagon. I always appreciate it. That's who we're in the studio with. And we've been discussing issues. He has told us why he decided to throw his hat into the ring, and the discussion still continues. So still remain with us while we discuss. So Chief,
yes, please.
Let's look at, of course, the House of Assembly needs some competence to be able to deliver.
Yes.
We've been having experience of House of Assembly members who go there at the end of 4 years. We end up not seeing them say anything. We look for even tape where they have said something. They will always be
deaf and dumb, bench warmers. That's what we have these days.
Always hear them when they say it's the eyes. They say eyes. It's the net. It's the net. So we want to know, what are those competences that you have on board that can enable you to distinguish yourself as a House of Assembly member?
Yes, Emma, let me take you from there. First and foremost, let me tell you, when I ran for executive chairmanship seat, we did have a kind of a debate amongst all the contestants then. In their own assessment, they said my presentations were good. I came first. I want to give you a challenge and a task. All the online media practitioners, be it off media, online, and whatever you call them, bring all of us on board, all the candidates now. Let's come to a debate. Let's present our blueprint, our manifesto to the people. I have what it takes. If you ask me what are these things I think I have to bring on board, I've just told you I'm a real estate person. You know my office at 29 Macaulay Azikiwe. I have brought innovation into real estate business in Abia. I can beat my chest to tell you I am the first realtor, real estate person in Abia State that has made real estate business look more of digital with security. Unlike before now, when you see people on the streets, house for rent, house for lease, it's no longer what it used to be. You walk into a real estate office, you have personnel to attend to you. You get what you want. These are things I am going to bring on board. I am well traveled. I have experience. I am self-made. I keep hammering on this thing, self-made, without wanting to blow my trumpet. Amen. When you give power to people who haven't seen nothing in life, all they target, what they are aiming is just to get there and bear that name, honorable. Maybe get the paraphernalia that is attached to the honorable. Maybe a Hilux van, a Prado Jeep. For crying out loud, these things, they are material things. I've gone past that stage. I have them. So these are not things I'm going there for. Some of these folks, these are the things they are targeting. Once they get there, let them get their Prado and get their whatever thing that is attached to their offices. Because I am well traveled, I have the network, I have the connection. I know the core duties of a legislator. I am going to bring on board competence, because oversighting the executive is the core duty of a legislator. You must oversight the executive. Outside from law making, what do I mean by oversighting? You have to checkmate the executive, because this romance between the legislature and the executive is not healthy. It's not helping the system. You hear House members only speak on the day of budget defense because their interest has been discussed and protected somewhere. I am not that kind of person. I am coming into the system to bring about a change, because I know I have seen life, have tested life. So there is nothing there that will move me other than to speak for the voiceless, to defend the defenseless. Take a look at what just happened a few days ago. I went on a radio program at Flow FM. Coming out from the studio, I saw a viral video online where pensioners were on the street crying and begging, asking for what is due them, what they have labored for 35 years. Nobody is looking at their direction, because we have an incompetent system. The people at the legislature, they are not checkmating the executive to do the right thing. I, as a person, as an individual person, I didn't want to wait until I get political office or appointment before I should be able to tell people how things should be done. I hearkened to their cry. I invited them, quite a number of them, not from my immediate constituency. I didn't do it because of political motive. Maybe somebody will say because he's running for a position or he's aspiring. No, I did it out of passion for humanity. What is bringing me into this race is passion, the drive, the zeal to serve humanity. I am going to bring about a paradigm shift from the normal thing that we are used to. A situation where you see a house member romancing and always every day on the social media with the executive. When you go and snap with the governor, you capture it and you post on the social media for people to be clapping for you. When things are going wrong, when there is rot in the system, you don't tell the executive what should be done. Teachers are not being paid. Our students don't go to school. Pensioners are being owed. Infrastructure decay everywhere. Insecurity everywhere. And you want to answer a legislator, you answer an honorable. There is nothing honorable there. If you ask me by the grace of God, if I get in there, remove that honorable of a thing and call me by my name. Let me face the job and do the job the way it should be.
Chief, obviously you are heated up.
I am prepared for the job.
Seems you are really prepared for this.
I am.
But we have a circumstance where a lot of people who are aspiring to go to that house are very desirous as you are. They are very haughty as you are. But when they get there and the fact that probably they're in the opposition and the other people have more people in the seat, they tend to now fall back to status quo.
Okay.
Are you getting me now?
I understand you.
Yeah, but
that's a jump in the ship.
Yes, that's not really my key question. My key question now is, are there laws and bills at the moment you have at the back of your mind that if God enables you to become a house member, that you will start, you hit the ground running?
Certainly, yes. You see, I am prepared for this job. Before I ventured into this business called politics, I had gone through some kind of tutorials. By the way, I still go to the APGA House of Assembly to observe their plenaries. I mean, no man is an island. Mm-hmm. You can't claim to know it all.
Correct.
Even as we speak, most times I drive in there, sit and observe their plenaries just to equip myself the more. I have my bills on the pipeline. At the first sitting of the House, by the grace of God, 8th Assembly, if I'm privileged to be one of the House members, you are going to see the difference. It's not something I will begin to throw open now. It's not yet time, and I shouldn't start campaigning now because campaigns has not been, the ban on campaigns has not been lifted. So most of the things I will say here, I don't want it to look like I'm trying to, speak good of myself or let people know my program. By the fullness of time, I will roll out my program. I have them well packaged.
Okay, Chief, we want to thank you so much for being here, and we're still on the show. We've been discussing with Chief Emmanuel Egwu, a House of Assembly candidate for APGA, Umuahia South State Constituency. That is the person we are talking to at the moment, and our discussion is still on. Of course, he has expressed his deep concern concerning what's happening in the state and what he's going to do once he gets to the House of Assembly. Moving forward from where we are, now you're on the platform of APGA. Your party now have a gubernatorial candidate.
A very good one at that.
Professor.
A very good one. A very good man.
Also is from my local government.
A very good man.
You know that.
Yes.
This governor should come to us.
Yes. Yes.
Are you aware of that?
No doubt about that. No doubt about that.
So putting that aside, on the funny side, how do you think? Just like you are saying, a very good one. What made you think the Prof is a very good one that can match all the political other gubernatorial aspirants who are obviously strong from their different perspectives?
Let me give it to you, just a straight, a one-way traffic response. Professor Greg Ribe is standing on his feet. He doesn't have a godfather. Nobody is projecting him. He's a self-made man. He's not a poor man. He's not a pauper. I mean, he has distinguished himself. By the way, he's the owner of Gregory University,
yes,
where a whole lot of Abians are there on scholarship basis. You know the track record of the man in question. You should speak more of him. He's your brother. He's your one nuku. Yes, but then being a journalist doesn't still foreclose you, becloud your sense of reasoning by saying the truth the way they should be said.
Yes, our job is to let the people know what they need to know. Then the people will decide what they want to do.
I am here now to tell you that the man, Professor Greg Ribe, who by the grace of God is going to be the next executive governor of Abia State, is the best man for the job. He has distinguished himself. He has made his marks. You see, they sell a good product sells itself. You don't need to preach so much. By providence and equity, you know this thing should go to Abia North, which people have been clamoring. Sense of reasoning, common sense, wisdom should tell every right-thinking Abian that this thing should go to Abia North. And if it is going to Abia North, who again is a candidate in Abia North? No one other than Professor Greg Gibe. So I don't see other competitors as being that much hurdle to him, in as much as you don't take for granted any.
You think your party can dislodge PDP?
Why not? What do they have to compare with? If you the PDP, I was a PDP man before. I just left a few months ago. I know, I can tell you for free that PDP has absolutely nothing to campaign with. They have nothing to campaign. Is it? Hold on, sir. Hold on. There's a what?
A flyover.
For 7 years. Flyover. Do you describe that as a flyover? Come on, amen. And let's stop ridiculing ourselves now. We are all Abian. Politics aside, I feel ashamed of myself when people. I mean, I don't want to say.
What I'm saying.
Come on, amen. Don't even go there.
What I'm saying is that the government will reel out what they have done.
Which is what?
And those things they will claim that they have done, of course, which they.
Can you name them as a journalist? You travel, you visit sites. Can you tell us what one thing this government has done?
One prominent thing which we can see
is the flyover.
Done a flyover.
A flyover.
That's number one.
And you, as a person of Abia, you can now call that a project for 7 years.
It's not my place to assess them.
You should assess. As a journalist, you are.
It's your place to assess.
No, you should, as a journalist, do an unbiased assessment and tell us if the government has done well, and you address that as a project.
What I'm saying is this. The government rolls out what they have done.
Which is, can you tell me the things this government has done?
They say they have done. There's a flyover. One.
Yes.
Number two.
Yes.
That they have done roads in Aba.
Where are these roads? Have you paid a visit to Aba in recent times? Have you been to Aba?
Yes.
I was at Aba day before yesterday.
So what did you expect?
You don't even go there. You see, these things are Photoshop. You don't make believe. Just take a trip to Aba. Go to Port Harcourt Road. Visit the core Aba areas. You come back and pass the judgment by yourself.
What of the intangible things like the Made in Aba promotion and stuff like that?
Made in Aba. What is Made in Aba? Can you tell me what is Made in Aba? This thing I'm putting on now is made by an individual in Aba. Pharmacy Concept. He's the teller that, he produced this. So what is Made in Aba? Individuals are making marks on their own, and government is taking glory out of individual effort. What do you call Made in Aba?
So Chief, let us look at this passionately. Are you going to say that this government have not done anything? They
have failed the system. I was. You see, after I resigned my appointment as
for you to be a former PDP member,
yes,
9 Afghans, that means you have a
and a former SSA.
Okay.
When I resigned my SA appointment, they called me back. I ran for election twice. They denied me ticket. According to them, one of the stakeholders even told me to my face that one of the reasons why I won't clinch on to power is because they see me as being vocal. They see me as being independent minded. They won't want me to be part of the system because most times I will speak to the power and tell them this is what this thing should be. That's why that has been my problem, and that's why I left PDP. Like I've told you, I don't have political survivor there. Let me tell you, amen, with all sense of modesty, I am not here to run down anybody. PDP has failed the state. You know it within yourself. What can you be proud of as an Abian? Just take a visit. A trip to Abakaliki, Ebony here. You come back and bow your face in shame. A trip to just Owerri here. Once you're driving past my village, Ekenobisi, once you drive past the bridge, boundary between Imo and Abia, you begin to feel the pains. You see the agony. My brother, there is nothing to talk about in this government, in this party called PDP, as far as Abia PDP is concerned. Nothing, absolutely nothing. You're talking about what is it that PDP has to campaign with? The name, the stakeholders, the big names that made PDP what they are, the likes of Jinjo Musibede, Maga, Sineteni Nabari, they've all left. Darlington Wokocha, they've all left. These are the ones you know. I can tell you now for free again that a whole lot of PDP bigwigs, they are not happy with what is happening in the system. We interact, we talk to ourselves. I am online. There are names I wouldn't want to mention here. There are things I wouldn't want to say. But I can tell you, it's not going to be business as usual. By the way, 2023 is going to be, I don't know how to. It's going to be a hurricane. There's going to be a political tsunami in this state.
Tsunami. That's a tsunami. Same word.
There's going to be a political tsunami.
Are you part of the song of Pharaoh? Let us go.
Of course, Pharaoh must let the people go. We can't continue doing the same things all the same time and expect different results. No.
So let's talk about this. So if the PDP,
yes,
as you claim, do not have what to campaign with,
nothing to campaign with,
why do you think the people will follow APGA?
Well, it's just a simple analogy. APGA is an Igbo party, not as they say, as you know, as they know.
Yes.
With what is playing out nationwide now, the center cannot even hold anywhere. Is it APC you can come and tell my 94-year-old mother to vote for when the Fulanis and the Janjaweeds are here trying to finish us? Is it the PDP? No, now. Woe unto any human that will ever think of returning power in PDP in this state. No, it can't work. Even heaven will not accept that. Heaven will frown at it if anybody will support PDP in Abia State. I think the person that should be, how do I even put it again? The person will be daydreaming. It's not even going to be possible. It's not going to happen. Abians are wiser. They know that the Messiah to save and redeem this state is the person of Professor Gregory Ibe under the party of APGA.
Okay, we've been discussing with, of course, Chief Emmanuel Egwu, And we've been looking at so many issues, the political intrigues, the APGA, PDP, and other issues. And he has told us vehemently that Abians will follow Professor Gregory Ibe. On the final note, as we're rounding up, Chief.
Yes, please.
So, of course, you are now a candidate. You're no longer an aspirant.
Yes.
What will you be telling your people of Umuahia South as regards why they should queue behind you?
I expect you to have congratulated me to having emerged as a candidate for the very first time.
For the very first time.
For the very first time. I haven't been in this race for too many times, and the wicked ones have always denied me. Aspirant coming second, and now I have come first. I think I deserve some commendations and accolades. Thank you, my dear brother. I want to talk to my people, Umuahia South people, and the Abians at large, that there is going to be light at the end of the tunnel. They shouldn't lose hope. All they owe us now is just prayer, prayer, and prayer. Nothing more. I am not here to come and start making campaign promises for myself or on behalf of the Guba candidate. But at the fullness of time, we will begin to tell people the way these things will be. God being our helper, there's going to be a new dawn in Abia. There's going to be a new dawn in my state constituency, Umuahia South. I seated here, Chief Emmanuel Egwu. I'm a household name. I'm a brand. If you drive just to Opara Square there and mention the name Esere, even a mad person, even an Okada man will tell you they know that guy. My name speaks for itself. I'm a household name. I have what it takes. This is my head. My brain is loaded. I have the experience I'm going to bring on board to change the narrative. And like I said, the man there is doing his bit, but that's not enough. I will do more. I will do better because I have what it takes. I have made my marks in life. I'm a successful young man. I have something that I'm going to open. I have a hospitality business I'm setting up. The next 1 or 2 months, I'm going to give employment to over 20 or 25 Abians, and they're going to come from my constituency. I have a salary wage bill of over 16 persons as we speak now, under my payroll as an individual person. How much more when I have a larger scale of opportunity to assist people? Umuahia South constituents, I'm here to assure and reassure you people that light is coming at the end of this tunnel we are all in. I can assure you, God willing, the days ahead will be better for all of us.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much, our viewers, for sitting back and watching this particular program and enjoying with us. We want you to at least go through, drop your comments, ask your questions, and we'll bring you back Esere very soon to continue with this.
It will be my pleasure. If you don't mind, always invite me over. I will come in.
With this interaction. Thank you for coming, Esere.
Congratulations, Eme. I never knew your studio is this big and this well equipped. I would want to be part of your success story. No. You are doing a great job. I'm proud of you.
Thank you very much. My name remains Emmanuel Egwu. I'm the anchor of this show, Focal Point. Have a wonderful day. Continue staying with us and follow all our social media handles. Thank you and God bless.